If you're debating on planting some herbs this summer, consider a few slightly larger tin cans from your recycle bin with a twist. I first head to Home Depot to pick out a few healthy herb plants. I am choosing to add this feature to a garden bed that is in need of a fresh look, so I removed all the rusty junk off the garden fence to prepare the space for my new idea. It's a good idea to choose a slightly shady spot so the cans don't dry out quite as quickly. Since every tin can came from coffee with colorful labels that happened to chime in perfectly with my flowers and cold frame in my flower bed, I decided to embrace the labels as is for a true upcycled vibe. All the tin cans are being flipped upside down. My plan had been to drill holes into the bottom of the cans, but after the bit slipped, I remembered I should make a dent in the cans first with a hammer and nail. That just ended up being easier, so I punched holes in the bottoms of the tins with a thick number 10 nail and hammer. I then placed the back side of each tin on a piece of scrap wood, then hammered in a nail hole I will use to hang the cans from. Next up, I gathered a bunch of rocks from my yard, then poured them inside the cans until the bottoms were well covered. This will help with drainage. To prepare the herbs, I am cutting the plant label away from the compost pot, then removing the pot bottom while loosening the roots a little. Reaching for some soil suitable for container planting, each tin bottom is being filled with soil. Now I'm inserting the plant and adding filler soil around the edges, taking care to leave some space for watering. Gathering all the herb cans near the fence, I'm inserting a screw through the back hole from the inside of the can, then using a drill to screw it in place while holding the can against the fence. I'm hanging each can, rotating size and color so the arrangement looks well thought out. Now that all the cans are hung, I'm selecting a gentle spray to water each can until it's well soaked, checking the drain holes to make sure they function well. And since the labels match the blue and green cans, I'm deciding to embrace them as is as well. To further personalize the area, I'm stenciling a small garden sign to theme up the space. Reaching for a herb stencil from Funky Junk's Old Sign Stencils, the stencil is being positioned over a piece of reclaimed wood, then stenciled in Fusion's Coal Black. Some thin twine is being cut and wrapped on each side of the sign for a little added rustic interest. And the end result is a super sweet herb garden wall that smells as good as it is cheerful in appearance. I love the dance of the vibrant colors of the can labels. It's unexpected while adding so much interest to this little garden area. And since each can happens to be from coffee, I further themed the area with a few antique coffee pots to chime in. Not only is this little herb garden now ready for summer, it's also ready to serve up the most delicious herbs I can clip from when needed. I hope this inspires you to add an unexpected and productive twist to your garden fence this summer with a live plant wall of your own.
I grabbed a corrugated cardboard box and a tin can from my recycling for this elegant home decor. I cut the cardboard about 1/4 inch taller than the tin can. I wet a tea towel and pressed it onto the top of the cardboard to make it damp, not wet. This helped to loosen it so I could pull the top layer off and expose the corrugated part. Then I flipped it over and painted the top 1/2 inch and top edge antique white using acrylic paint. I flipped it back and painted the whole corrugated surface in antique white, and then I started blending with the other colors. I used a sponge to add black, gray, and I spray painted some silver for a metallic touch. I added more antique white on top and blended it all together using my paintbrush. Once dried, I wrapped it around the tin can, hot glued it together, and now I have a knockoff galvanized zinc vase, and you'd never know it came from the recycling bin. I hope this inspired you to dig into your recycling and create your own galvanized zinc-inspired vase.
We're going to need 5 soda cans. Make sure they are rinsed out pretty well and dry on the inside. Now we're going to go and take a razor blade. This is one that I have that is a handheld one, and these are so much better to go and use than just a normal blade. Go and cut the top of the can. After you have it at least half of the way cut, you can go and take a pair of scissors and then go and cut off the top of this can. Now, as you're cutting any of these cans, always keep in mind that this does have a sharp lip to it, so try to keep your hands away from it and try to go nice and slow as well. Go and turn your scissors or your blade, and then go and cut off the bottom. Any scraps that you do end up having from this craft, make sure to go and recycle the bottoms, the tops, and pretty much any little bit of this can is recyclable after it's cut. Now go and clean any of this residue that might be in any of the cans, and after they're dried off, we're going to go and flatten them slightly. Go and take the cut piece of aluminum, fold it, make sure you don't really leave a mark in the center. Now we're going to go and cover all of these with just some sort of cloth, and we're just going to apply a small amount of heat to it with an iron or anything that you have like that. It does help to go and flatten it out just slightly. Now let's go and draw some leaves. Do these of different sizes. It should look kind of like what a teardrop looks like, and cut them out. You can fit anywhere between 5 to about 10 of these on every one of these sheets of aluminum. As you're cutting these, go nice and slow. The edges can be very sharp on the can pieces that are cut. Now that we have all of our leaves cut out, let's go and mark it down the center with a metal tool that we have. Go and put some little branches off for the leaf that's there. And it's probably a good idea to go and have a reference up. There's a couple of ways that you can go and do this. You can either go and take this and fold it into the middle up. I will be using these for the end of my longer pieces. Or you could just have it like this where it's just slightly curved. Now that all of our leaves are shaped, let's go and cut some floral wire. I'm leaving some of these pieces a bit longer than honestly what I'm going to need, and that is more than fine because if I want to make these larger, I have at least the wire to do so. Now let's take our glue, use a very generous amount of it, put it onto the back end of one of your leaves, and then go and stick down the wire onto this piece. You might have to hold it in place for a couple of seconds, and now for this one, this is one of the pieces that I folded upwards, and I'm sticking this onto the end of this piece of wire that is a lot longer than the other ones that I'm using, and it's about 2.5 feet long. Now let's go and continue to glue down these pieces. And this glue does dry pretty quick, so it took about 1.5 hours for it to be fully dry. Now you can go and spray paint it. I'm starting off with just a very light green base, and after that green base is done, I'm going over everything with a black that is very light. Then I'm just going to wait for this to dry, and really didn't take too long. I did this on a nice and hot day. So after this side is dried, which I honestly still wanted some of the can to be showing at the bottom, I think it looks kind of cool. Now onto the other side. Use green spray paint first, a small amount of yellow, and then at the edges of every one of these, use a very light amount of black spray paint. This is going to make it look a bit more plant-like, and it gives it just so much color, and these look so cool after they've dried. And I waited about a day just so everything was fully and totally dried and didn't come apart. Now I'm taking the larger leaves that I have, putting them at the top here, and I'm kind of just going down from there, and continuing to go and attach all of these leaves. Now these pieces have a bunch of wire here, which is fine. I'm just going to cut them, size them a little bit, and then again, go and twist these down. Let's go and grab some wooden dowels. We're going to go and take the wire and twist it around, and make sure it does hang down a good amount. You're going to take at least 2 or maybe 3 of these and have them on wooden dowel. Try to get it centered or close to the center. Now go and fill up your metal tin or your planter. Take the wooden dowel, go and bury it into the dirt that you have here. After it's buried, go and move the pieces of leaves around. Just go and space it slightly, make it look a little bit poofy, and also have some of these pieces hang down. Here's what it looks like so far. It looks pretty cool. And I have this one extra piece that is off to the side, so I'm taking one more wooden dowel, going and twisting it, and like I did with the other one, burying it into the dirt. Now this is what it looks like after it is done, and it honestly looks pretty real. You wouldn't even believe that this was made with aluminum cans. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time.